All right, Academy, welcome back. For our last session before the break, we invited someone who has, to be honest, be frank, quite weird name. His name is Steli Efti. So, this is a Greek name, like himself, and that's all you need to know. All right, bye. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. He got the point. No, I'm actually very excited about Steli. You know why? Because Ben, the speaker before, was here for the third time, which is already like a big achievement. Steli, with today, is being back on the Academy for the fourth time, which makes him the only living soul who comes as a speaker to Pioneers, not including me, who's been on the stage for 4 times. So I'm really excited. He is, for those of you who don't know him, the CEO and co-founder of Close.io. For some, they would call it the next generation CRM. For others, they would call it the most awesome sales tool out there. And I have to make a confession right now here, live in front of you. I have been closed by Close.io. Yes, it's true. In our startup, Wikifolio, we're actually using Close.io as a CRM tool, or as we call it, the most awesome sales tool out there. So Steli, despite running Close.io, with his previous company, Elastic Sales, as well as a mentor and as a person, helped like hundreds of startups to establish their solid sales or to scale them to the next level. He is not only a YC alumni, but in my opinion, he's a natural-born hustler who has sales in his DNA, and he uses emotional alchemy to create unprecedented energy on stage. So instead of the stage on steroids, I would personally call it the stage on stellioids. All right, they got it. So the reason why he's coming back for 4th time is the tag that I would give him personally, favorably, my one-liner. So he's been here since 2013. I would say Steli crushing the Academy since 2013. He talked about hustling, he talked about selling, he talked about next level selling, and today he's talk about how to do a product demo and what not to do. So without further ado, please welcome, with a very big applause and some great excitement, on stage, live here, Steli Efti!
I just want you to know.
Let you know.
It ain't where I've been. But where I'm about to go.
Top of the world.
That's a great song.
I just wanna love.
Usually I try to tell people to undersell so I can over-deliver. But with that intro, you're going to be disappointed. Like, there's no way. There's only a way down from this. There's no way up. All right, so first of all, who here has no fucking idea who the hell I am? Raise your hand, be proud. See, still, like 4th year and still a shit ton of people, which is good. This is the type of motivation I need to get started, right? So today I'm gonna talk about something highly tactical. I'm gonna help you guys avoid sucking at giving product demos. Mostly we're gonna talk about it in the context of customers, but it really applies to anything in life. And the amount of bad product demos I've seen startups give is just beyond, evil. It makes the world a worse place. So we're gonna try to make the world a better place by the way we present the awesome technology and the shit that you've built that you're so passionate about, you love so much. Don't destroy that beautiful baby by giving a demo that, makes people fall asleep, or worse, consider suicide. All right, so we're gonna talk about the 7 deadly demo sins. He already pitched it. Close.io, excuse me, is an inside sales tool. We help thousands and thousands of startups all around the world to close more deals and make more sales, and that's enough. For the people that have no fucking clue who I am, it doesn't really matter. You're here now. So I'm going to be calling out anybody that wants to leave this room personally. I'm going to be taking pictures of you. So you can watch any of the past 3 Pioneers talks if you want to know more about me, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Oh, but what I'm going to bore you with is that we're hiring. Right? And we are a very small team, just 15 people. We are distributed around the world with people in America and Canada, with people in Berlin, in Russia, in Bangkok, all around the world. And funny enough, if you look at this picture from our last team retreat, and we zoom in even a little bit more, you see that funny face, that very highly handsome man? He was in this room, in your seat last year when I was saying, we're hiring. Stand up, Alberto Nodale. Give a round of applause for the Austrian Close.io hustler. All right, so if you want to know if our team is a good place to work, just go and ask him. He'll give you the Austrian kind of backstory if it makes sense or not. But honestly, if you want to work for a highly profitable, awesome team that's distributed, let us know. Grab me, send me an email, steli@close.io. All right, deadly demo sin number 1. It's very, very basic, but you're giving too many demos to too many people. Have you ever seen somebody give a demo? Because it wasn't you. And after 1.5 hours of guiding them through every little setting and every little feature of your product, you go, and what do you think? Are you interested in this? And they go, yeah, this is very interesting. You go, what would it take for you guys to buy? And they go, I don't know. Why don't you know? Well, it's my first day here. And you go, oh, okay, what's your title? What's your role? I'm an intern. It's like, why the fuck did you spend 2 hours showing somebody everything around your product that has no decision-making whatsoever? Too many people don't discriminate enough in terms of who should we allocate the most amount of time to. So you want to qualify people before you pitch them, and you want to qualify people before you spend a lot of time showing them every little detail of your product, right? Be mindful of how you allocate your time. Deadly demo sin number 2 is you're not selling the demo. A lot of times what happens is you reach out to people, either outbound or inbound. You say, hey, you've shown some interest in our product and what we're doing. And what you offer then is, hey, I could schedule a time to give you a product demo. Or you're like, I could schedule a time so a senior salesperson on our team can give you a product demo, right? The problem is you never sell why the demo is worth the prospect's time. This is a 1-hour event in somebody's calendar that you're probably going to put in there and a week from now. Why is the demo worth my time? Why is it going to make my life better? Why is getting a demo from you a useful tool for me to make the best decision if this is a good product or not a good product, or how we're going to utilize this product to accomplish my ultimate goals in my company? You never sell why the demo is a great use of the customer's time. Most people just go, let's schedule a demo. As if anyone intrinsically understands why a demo is amazing. Deadly demo sin number 3 is you confuse product demos with customer training. Right? This is not created and designed for you to teach them everything about your product. This is also not for you to train them to become black belts in how to use your product. This is about demonstrating how your product makes the world a better place, or demonstrating how the product is going to solve their problem even better. Don't train them. The product demo is a sales tool, not a training tool. There is a time to give customer trainings, but the product demo is a demonstration of power and value, not a training in proficiency. Deadly demo sin number 4. Your demos are just too fucking long. Are you giving 1-hour demos, right? Some of you, one of you is giving at least a 1-hour demo. And then, at the end of the hour, they might have some questions if they haven't fallen asleep or they're like already dead. So now it effectively turns into a 1.5-hour session. 1.5 fucking hours. Your brain freezes, you don't remember jack shit. You know what the feeling is that people have at the end of the demo when they hang up or when they leave the room from you? They are overwhelmed, they are confused, they're overloaded with information, and the only thing emotionally they know is that they don't want to see you ever again in their life. Oh, I don't know, Steli. Why are people after the demo not responding to our messages? Because they want to save their lives and youth. I'm dying. In most product demos, when I join, and I see even really experienced CEOs give product demos, after 30 minutes, I start slowly but surely inside me dying. I'm like, I can't take more information. I can't take this anymore. It's going on and on and on and on forever. Keep it short. Do you want to know what the optimal time is for a product demo? 15 minutes. Well, Steli, our product is much more complicated. I don't give a shit. 15 minutes. You have a conversation. You need to qualify the prospect before you give the demo, right? You need to learn all about them. You need to figure out what their problems are, who they are, what they need, what they've tried before, what the context within they live and they're trying to solve problems is, why they're interested in your product, how they're going to use it, who's going to be involved, all the decision makers. You need to know all that shit. You need to know that a product demo is even the right next step. But when you give the product demo, you demonstrate the few things, the few critical things they need to know, and you demonstrate the power and value of your product, and you shut the fuck up and you allow them to ask a few questions, and you decide for whatever the next step is. It's not a training session, and it can't be 60 minutes. Nobody can ever remember 60 minutes of product feature knowledge. It's just overwhelming. Keep it short, much, much shorter than you are comfortable with. Deadly demo sin number 5. Yeah, you're demoing features instead of value. Again, this is one of my pet peeves, but it drives me crazy when people are like, let me show this feature because it's really awesome, and let me show that feature because that's really awesome, and let me show how, this thing works and how that thing works. What? You're giving me more water? I haven't even drank the first bottle. He's like, this guy needs more water. All right, so instead of demonstrating features, demonstrate value. Translate it. Tell me a story. Don't just go, and this is the editor. And here you can see, you can click this and bold words. And you can click here and boom, now it's italic. No shit. I've never seen an editor in my life. I'm glad we're doing this step by step as if I'm in first grade. Just tell me, why is this editor there? What is going to help me do? Or say, our editor is super simple. It allows you to really put your stuff in there in 2 seconds, send out the newsletter, and then you move on with life. Or if you have an editor that's special, tell me why, how it's different, why this editor is going to make my life better, save me time, make me money, something. Don't demonstrate features, demonstrate value. How is this going to make my life more valuable? Deadly demo sin number 6. You don't highlight when to pay attention. This is the most important slide that I'm going to share with you today. This, if there's only one thing you want to pay attention to, it's this moment. You know how many people looked up from their phones? A good 20% of you, right? We just think, we assume that when we talk, people listen. Well, when I talk, other people listen because they're not speaking. Have you ever been on a call or a demo and you were not listening? You're like on Facebook, you're answering emails while this person giving you a product demo, you're Snapchatting, you're Tindering, Even when you're in person, you're day fucking dreaming. You're like, but you're like, what am I going to have for lunch? Is this guy gonna talk much longer because I'm really hungry? Oh God, this seat is really uncomfortable right now. Like, you're not with me. So if you give a demo and there's a part you really, really want them to pay attention to, and I'm sorry, it can't be everything. I know that's what you want to say, but if there's one part that's more important than others, highlight that part. Say it just like I did. Now is the most important thing I will ever tell you. And then count down, 3, 2, and then start telling it. Because when they hear that, they'll go, oh wait, what? He said important? Okay, let me put Tinder aside for a second. What is this? And now you have somebody's attention, right? Too many times we're like, oh, I told this person about this, how we're doing this. The prospect goes, well, I got the product demo, but I still don't understand how to do X, Y, and Z. And the sales rep is like, I told them X, Y, and Z 3 times. Yeah, just because you were speaking, they weren't listening. You need to make sure it's your responsibility to make somebody listen. It's not theirs. And finally, on the deadly demo sins, deadly demo sin number 7 is, you don't end the demo with a close. It makes me nuts. People spend all this time, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, demoing their product, and then they end, and it's like they're surprised themselves. And yeah, it was great showing you the product. Thank you. We'd love to work with you. So we're gonna just send you an email. Just let us know what you think. And that's how most demos end. Everybody spends time thinking about how to start the demo. Lots of people think about how to, like, what they're gonna show and the features and the clickety-clicks, but nobody really thinks, how am I going to end this thing? And hopefully end it on a really strong note. Ask them, there needs to be a clear conversion, a next step, a call to action. Now that you've seen the demo, 90% of people at this very moment where you are, make a buying decision, either yes or no, where you're at. Not fully a yes yet. Fair, what do we need to do to get you there? What's the thing I haven't shown you? What needs to be accomplished? What's the homework we need to get done? What's our timeline? Who's going to be involved? Let's put a game plan together from here, where we just spend 30 minutes of our lives together, to a future where we work together. And I'm not just demoing you stuff for no purpose, right, other than filling hours. I'm going to give you some extra bonus tips. First bonus tip, please skip the clicks. This is another pet peeve of mine. I'll give you back to the editor example. Somebody shows me the editor of their newsletter software. And then they say, and then when you fill out the editor, you click send, and they click send. And then the spinny wheel spins, and we all look at the wheel spinning, and it's like 2 seconds, and 3 seconds, and 4, boom, oh, and now it's sent. What the fuck? Why did we have to spend 5 seconds of our life looking at a button spinning? I've learned nothing. Nothing. I don't know why people are excited about this. Or then sometimes they're apologetic. Oh, this took a little longer. Usually our editor is much... Just shut the fuck up. Just tell me, here's the editor, here's what you do with it, move on with life. You don't have to click every single thing, every single link, every single, like, doing it live. You can just show me and tell me, and when you do X, this happens next. And you go and demonstrate and show me the next thing. If you can, you want to use your product to wow the customer, or utilize the product in the most natural form of its context to convince them. So this is a little tool that lives inside of Closer. It's the opportunity box. And I saw one day our head of sales, Kevin, was giving a product demo to a customer. And eventually he goes, well, now we're going to the most important part of Close.io. My favorite part, the opportunity box. And as he was saying that, I was thinking, the opportunity box? This is something I never think about. It's just a small box you put in. Is this a customer that's likely to buy? How much are they going to buy? And when are they going to close? You're like estimating the likelihood of revenue coming in. But it's not the most important part for me. So I was like, what is he talking about? Is he drunk? What is this? And I was about to criticize him. I was criticizing him in my head, but I was about to criticize him loudly of like, you're fucking around. You're wasting time. Why are you? He's like, he's doing this to me. It's like, let me show. This is my favorite part, because this is where the deals get closed. This is where projections are made. This is where money is generated. So so when you talk to a prospect, here's what you're going to do to figure out how likely it is that they're going to buy. I'm considering you to be an active prospect. Would you agree? Are you still interested in buying? The guy's like, yeah. And Kevin set the status to active. He says, well, how many seats are you going to most likely buy, and what is the seat level that you're going to buy? Is it going to be basic, premium, enterprise? And they're like, well, I don't know. I think based on what you showed us, most likely business. How many seats are you thinking about? Well, about 10. He's like, all right, so that's about $1,200 of monthly revenue for us. And he puts it in the system. And he says, what's your confidence level in buying Close.io right now? And the guy's like, I don't know. 70%. He's like, okay, cool. He moves the confidence lever to like 70%. He goes, by the way, what would I have to do to get you to 100? And he goes, well, you know, the last thing that's really missing is I need to know X, Y, and Z. He's like, we're going to get back to this in a second. So right now I'm leaving you at 70. And now finally, by when are you going to make the buying decision? What's the estimated close date that you would give yourself? And the prospect's like, oh, I don't know, I want to do it by next Tuesday. So he clicks on the little calendar and he's like, by next Tuesday, we're going to close this deal. You know what's going to be the greatest feeling ever for both of us? Next Tuesday, when I go to status and I move it from active to closed, and this was not just a conversation, but we really made something happen when we start working together. And the guy was like, yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm like, all right, this is the most important part of close IO. You know, I kind of like confused it. When you can show, and then he clicked on save and he saved the whole thing and it was like, let me show you how this affects our projections. So with this amount of pipeline, now that you're in, that has increased, and this is how it's going to affect my performance this month. He completely involved the customer with how to use the product to close the customer. If you can do something nifty like that, it's very, very powerful. The next demo tip, this is a nice little slide here, is being prepared for failing. Here's one thing that's for sure: when you give a lot of product demos, shit is gonna go wrong. Things are gonna go wrong. You're gonna lose Wi-Fi while you're product demoing. There's gonna be error messages. You click on something and boom, error message. Everything crashes in your app. Things are gonna go wrong, and usually when people give product demos and things go wrong, they're totally surprised by it, as if it never happened before, and they're like, this error, and they're totally flustered by this. I mean, we all are. What I want you to do instead is be prepared for things to go wrong. Here's a few tips. Open tabs to pages that are going to be important, so even if you lose Wi-Fi, you can just tap through the important pages and show the person, even offline, how this thing works. When there's an error message in closeout, if I give a product demo and there's an error message, you know what I do? I use it as an opportunity. I use it as an opportunity to teach the customer something. So here's how it goes. I click on something and there's error. And I go, oh, this is beautiful. This is a perfect opportunity to show you how to ask for support. So in closeout, there's a little chat window that says, need help. There's actually an engineering team behind it. Let's do it together. I click on help and I go, hey engineering team, I'm just doing screen sharing. I have a demo with this awesome customer, and I just click this button and I got an error message. What kind of information do you need to be able to debug this and fix this issue ASAP? And I can get a chat response that's like, hey Steli, sorry to hear that, kind of a bummer for you, but can you please go into console and do a little like screenshot of what really happened? I'm like, no problem, screenshot, give it. So now I'm teaching the customer how to tell support what their problem is in a way that engineering can debug and reproduce. So we go back and forth, and at the end, the engineer goes, you know, even if it's something complicated, you know what? Sorry to say that, but I think this is going to take a few minutes longer than your demo is scheduled for. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. I'll get back to you within the next hour, Stella, and fix this. I would suggest you move along, and we'll let the customer know what the reason was and how we fixed it. I'm like, cool. I'm like, listen, there's no product on earth that doesn't have bugs. There's no product on earth that will not, where you're never going to run into problems. But at closeout, when shit goes bad, you don't talk to some support person somewhere in the world that knows nothing. You're talking to the engineering team, and they're going to be responsive. And we're not going to bullshit you. If the problem is fixed in an hour, we'll say an hour. If we don't know, we'll say we don't know what just happened. We'll get back when we know. That's how you turn a moment that was just like close to failure to impressing somebody. You know how many product demos prospects see? They see product demos all the time. There's errors all the time. Oh, my Wi-Fi is spotty all the time. There's all kinds of errors and issues and slowdowns. If you can react differently than everybody else, you're going to stand out. It's as simple as that. And then please record everything you do. You know how many, I have like 50 people a day send me an email and ask, Steli, how can I improve my pitching ability? How can I give better demos? How can I get better at sales? The number one tool is you have to study yourself. So start recording everything you do. And here's what I suggest. Even if you give demos virtually, start recording you with video, not just audio. What's your body language as you demonstrate your product? See if you click on certain areas where you don't feel that confident, and all of a sudden your body goes like, so now I'm going to show you this thing. It's really awesome. Right? See that your body gives away where you are weak, where you're lacking confidence, where you're lacking excitement. If you're not excited about your product, then why should I be? Right? Record everything you do and watch it. It's the best medicine against all our stupidity. It's very painful watching yourself. It's always like it's a cringing exercise, but it's healthy for you. Right? So if you want to get better giving product demos, you have to watch yourself giving product demos. I'm telling you, most humans are great at self-criticizing and spotting where the mistakes are and what they should do differently or better. I've recorded a whole podcast on how to give great product demos where I talk a lot more about it. There's a podcast that I have with a good friend of mine, Heaton Shah, The Startup Chat. You can find it on thestartupchat.com. We do 2 episodes a week, one on Tuesdays, 20 minutes, where it's very tactical. You know, how to do product demos, how to do sales demos, how to send marketing emails, how to do drip stuff. And Fridays, we talk about anything and everything we want, from how the death of our parents affected us as entrepreneurs, over religion and startups, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. And people seem to enjoy it. If you want the episodes that are most relevant for the product demo talk I just gave, send me an email to Steli@closeaisle. Later today, there's a book that I'm going to give out. It is the book, Product Demos That Sell. It includes what I talked about today, but a shit ton more. It's an easy and fast read. It's going to take you an hour and a half max to read it, and I personally guarantee your product demos are going to get a lot better after you read this book. Right? So we're going to do this, I think, around 3 p.m. somewhere. I'm going to give a talk right after the lunch break. Or not a talk, we're going to do a session with startups pitching customers, and I'm going to be the sales doctor in between or something. It should be a lot of fun. And right after that, we're going to hand out these books. But I want to give an offer on top of that. If any one of you saw any of these 7 deadly sins and thought, maybe our product demo could use some improvement. If anyone here knows a friend that could use some product demo improvement, what I want you to do is, I'm going to offer you to look at your product demo. Record it, 5 minutes. Show the most important stuff on your product demo. Send me an email to steli@close.io, and I will look at that product demo, and I'm going to give you feedback. Now, there's one caveat. It's going to take about 3 to 4 weeks for me to respond. But I am going to respond, all right? So with that being said, please, let's all start giving better demos to the products we've built and love so other people can appreciate it. And this doesn't just turn into some exercise that wastes humanity's time, but into an exercise to make things happen and move the world forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steli. So, by the way, for you wondering why I'm high-fiving every speaker like on the stage, because it's 5 years of Pioneers, so the high five is this year's signature move.
Signature move.
Yeah, you can do it too, everyone. All right, Steli, as usual, what a surprise, we have a bunch of questions. You can either ask questions using Slido, go to slido.com, type in Pioneers 16, select Academy, and get wild the questions, or go to your Pioneers mobile app, select Interact, select Academy, and start asking questions or upload them. Good. You can also just call me. I have a mic. You can ask questions the traditional way if it's what you prefer.
School.
Let's start with those that we already have in Slido. All right. So what is the most critical question I should ask during a demo from the prospect?
I mean, during the demo, it's already a little late, but you would want to, like, if you can only ask a question, ask them, who are you and what's the most critical thing you want to get out of this product demo? If I can only show you one thing, how to accomplish one thing utilizing our product, what's that one thing you're most interested in?
All right.
That's it.
Sounds good. So another question. What is a good conversion rate of purchasing after our product demos?
Oh, so, you know, what is a good benchmark? How many people should buy your product after you give them a demo? I would say close to 50%. Because by the time somebody gets to the demo, bless you, they should have already been qualified. So they're a potential buyer. They're qualified. You probably asked them a million questions to really know that they should buy your product. So you know your product is the best solution for them. They take the time to watch you give them a product demo. You should close a high percentage after that. If you don't, you're giving product demos to too many people and your product demo sucks.
Okay. Someone is asking for more techniques to actually get people's attention.
Buy the book or send me an email and I'll let you know.
All right, it's a quick answer.
You guys are going to get it for free, but he needs to buy it if he's not here.
Okay.
Or she.
So how long does it usually take for a new hire to become a product demo pro? After how long would you let him or her do a live demo of a customer? I assume that's alone.
Huh?
I assume the question is after what time you would let her do a demo alone.
I mean, it takes a very long time to become great at this. I don't know when you're becoming a pro, but I would allow people to give product demos really early on. So a sales rep might start giving demos after even a month or two. Just who they're giving demos to is the question, right? And they're not giving demos to your biggest potential customer. They're giving demos to customers, to other interns, right? To other people that are not that likely to buy, not that much decision-making power, so they are allowed to make mistakes and to practice, and it doesn't have that big of a consequence. So I would let people give demos really, really early on, but you don't necessarily want them to give demos that are really consequential for the future of your business.
All right. Steli, the next question is an interesting one. I'm not sure if the person asking it has a problem with like selling too much or something, but the question is, what are the good ways to decline when a prospect actually wants a product demo?
Oh, this is, this is actually something that's fair, because sometimes somebody might request a demo where you immediately know they're not going to buy, right? So you're only selling to the Fortune 500, and then there's this person that's like, I'm a student and we're running a student project and I want to get a 2-hour demo of your product. So now, how do you nicely say no to that, right? You just have to say, you know what, I'd love to give you a demo. We've pre-recorded a demo that you can watch. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them via email, but we have found in the past that the best way for you to get all the information you need is to look at this brochure, watch this video, and then send me an email. Just give them an alternative version.
So do a scalable way of sending out the product demo to people who are interested, okay? Interesting. Well, a question that might interest you. What positions are open at Close.io, and where can they check them from?
You go to jobs.close.io and you find it, or you just send me an email, steli@close.io, and you tell me, here's who I am, here's why I'm awesome, and then I'll tell you if we need you right now.
All right, last question. Can they get the slides? And if yes, where and how?
Yes, send me an email, steli@close.io, and within 4 to 8 weeks, you may or shall receive a reply from me with the slides.
All right, Steli, we're out of time. It was a great session again. It was a pleasure to have you back on stage again. I hope to see you later on the party, and hope to see you.
But we're gonna see each other after this break.
Oh, you're having another session?
Yes, right after this break.
Okay, so if you didn't have enough of Steli, after this break, he will be like as a joker, as a coach for the startups trying to sell, where Steli can assist them to sell the corporates. I think that's going to be a really interesting one. But for now, at least, we say, thank you very much, Steli Efti.